shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Welcome back, people, to the player rating show. Liverpool drew 2-2 West Ham. If you watched the last one, we've chopped up the match in quite a bit of detail, so we are going to go straight into the player ratings and kind of go from there. Do you have anything you want to say before we do the player ratings?
I was just going to say, we're going to talk about that refereeing decision after player ratings, or should we start with it and get it out of the way?
Start with it. I haven't got much to say on it, but go for it.
And the only reason I'm addressing it is because this is why, you know, sometimes people think, oh, I can't be bothered, etc., etc. But sometimes when something is so blatant, I think the reason why you have to say it is because it's the same thing when people say like if somebody like calls you the N-word and people are like, just walk away, bruv, just walk away, it's not worth it. It's like, I understand that mentality to a degree, but you know what? Why should that person actually think they can get away with saying that? Why have I got to be the bigger person when somebody says something to me that's bang out of order that really they should be punched in the face for? And I'm using that in this. Why should we keep walking away and acting like these things aren't, you know, to be spoken about, or because it doesn't matter anymore because we can't win the league, should we just let it go? No, that refereeing decision is literally the definition of the incompetence or the corruption of the entire PGMO, whoever the hell or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, the ball was in play and the keeper threw the ball out and then decided to do whatever he was doing. If he's injured, throw the ball out of play and be like, yo, I actually need some care. And we know that when the ball is out of play when with a keeper, he's allowed the attention because the keeper's the only person that you can't have off the pitch while play continues. Throw the ball out. Put it out for a throw and we'll give you the ball back, bro. Get what you need. Cal, for him to put the ball back into play and then do whatever it was he decided he wanted to do, he bent down to do so. I don't care what it was he went to do. How dare the referee think that he can then referee the game by going, no, Cody, stop. He needs some attention. Physio, come on, bro, come on. What are we doing here, Cal? What are we actually doing here? Cody was told he was not allowed to play the ball from a ball that was in play. The ball was in play. How can you stop the game when the ball is in play, when the person who you're so-called helping didn't put the ball out of play to stop himself? We should have been allowed to put the ball in the back of the net and done. Cal, he then proceeds to do a drop ball.
No, wait.
But I'm getting
Before that, he waved on the physio for Areola.
Oh, no. That's what I said, bro. I said he told Cody no, and he said, physio, come on. Keeper hasn't even asked for a physio. And he's gone, yeah, physio, come on. But you know what that is? That's his deflection tactic. That's the point where he tries to justify the cheating he's doing in that moment. He then proceeds to give a drop ball, Cal, which means play on, and the goalie picks it up right in front of him, bruv. So not only should we have been allowed to score from the ball being in open play, we should have then been given an indirect free kick for him picking back the ball up. Yeah. So, but that's the minor part at the end. Bro, I cannot believe he said stop play to Cody when Cody was going to tap the ball into an open net and wanted the goalie to get seen to when the goalie didn't even ask to be seen to.
Yeah,
he just realised what a mistake Areola's made.
I actually wish Cody had just taken the ball and scored because it would have really put them in a pickle.
But he blew the whistle though, so I think it wouldn't have mattered.
I think he only blew the whistle when Cody
I think he blew the whistle to make Cody stop, Cal, because Cody stopped and turned around and went, "What? Why are you telling me to stop?" He blew the whistle so Cody stopped, bro. So he actually he stopped the play, bro. For what?
I think it's if we're not calling this out by now, we have the worst officials in this country.
No, but Cal, it's not even just bad officiating. This is corruption. This is cheating, bro.
There's been corruption since the Spurs game, bro. Like,
because here's the
no,
thing, Cal.
Sorry,
If you're stupid,
the Bournemouth game when Matt got sent off, bro. There's been corruption since the beginning of the season, Drift. There has been.
no, facts, bro. But what I'm saying is, Cal, if you're stupid, I almost forgive you. It makes me angry in a moment, but I almost forgive you. But this ain't stupidity, and they're trying to pass it off like it's stupidity. This ain't stupidity, bro. This is not stupidity. This is a different level. A different level. This is to the point where I don't even know how we explain this anymore. Like, I truly don't know how we explain this anymore. And you don't want to do the thing where you start going down the road of you want to try and make yourself into a victim, and you want to start pointing fingers, and you want to start making assumptions, and you want to start making accusations. And all this. You don't want to do that, but you can't help it. And I'm telling you something, Cal. Brown envelopes have been in Manchester for the majority of the Premier League. There was a period when Chelsea were floating those brown envelopes around. I remember that. I remember when Abramovich was here and there was some brown envelopes going around. But Man United in the 80s and the 90s, especially the 90s and the 90s and the early 2000s was the red side of Manchester. And from about 2015 onwards has been the blue side. These men have never, ever had these type of controversial situations where you're like, hold on a minute, what's going on here? Is that a coincidence or what? In that Man City game the other day, I can't remember what happened, but it was something that like the week before they had given a penalty for, and then like something happened in the Man City game and they didn't. It was the Brighton game. Cal, what happened, to just refresh my memory? There was something that happened in the Brighton game, and that it was 0-0 or 1-0 to City at the time or something. And then Brighton just blatantly got shanked by a ref decision. What was it? I'm trying to remember.
The game just gone.
Yeah, there was something that happened in that Brighton game.
I didn't actually watch the game.
Because I remember I tweeted out at the time.
I know Foden got a free kick he shouldn't have got, and Brighton should have got a penalty that wasn't given.
Yeah, something happened. I can't remember. Was it a handball? Something happened, and I was like, "Raw, boy, this is mad the way they do this." Yeah, I can't even remember what it was. Maybe it was the Guardiola penalty. All I know is that Man City just seem to continue to never really ever have a controversial moment where like the referee has really screwed them over. But yet this shit keeps happening to everybody else consistently. Look at the Nottingham Forest game the other day, bro. That was scandalous. That Nottingham Forest game the other day. Scandalous, bro.
I remembered you. Even in the Arsenal game where Arsenal got their third goal, Gabriel should have been a foul and it should have been a yellow card for Gabriel, but it wasn't given. Arsenal got up the other
100%.
So yeah, we probably had it the worst this season. Maybe us and Nottingham Forest, to be fair. But bro, it's happening to every team. So when it's happening to every team, you could maybe argue that there's an agenda against us with the early kickoffs. Well, not argue. There's an agenda against us with the early kickoffs and all that. But when the refereeing's bad across the board, bro, it's because we've got crap referees.
No, we do have crap referees, but Cal, I'll say if you kind of look down the line, there's a few teams that seem to consistently have it happen to them, which would lead me to believe there's got to be some form of bias. Like, it can't be a coincidence when the same teams are continually screwed over by refs. Do you get what I mean? Like Nottingham Forest and Liverpool is two easy, obvious examples where it's like, no, hold on a minute. How can this just constantly keep happening to the same teams all the time? But you're right, there's incompetence throughout the refereeing. That's a fact. But I personally do believe that they are showing bias. They're showing bias. They really, truly are showing bias. If people are saying if Wolves have been getting some bad calls,
Wolves have had it bad.
Like, it seems to be selected teams that it's just always them it's happening to. And at what point do you go, is this incompetence or is there an agenda here? Because I don't get it, bro. I really don't get it. And today's example, and this is what the mad thing is, the big power medias, they're going to sweep it under the carpet, Cal. They're just going to act like it's nothing, and we're just going to have to...
They'll focus on the Salah and Klopp argument instead.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? And we've just got to sit here and go, bruh, I told the police that I see man stealing, and the police told me to just go back in my yard. There's nothing they can do, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling the police that this neighbor keeps on starting fights with me, and I need you to come and do something about it. And they keep saying there's nothing we can do, sir. There's nothing we can do. I'm so sorry, Mr. Drifty. There's nothing we can do, bro. We can't do anything about the fact that he did this and the fact that he did that. There's nothing we can do. There's absolutely nothing.
If they called you Mr. Drifty, that'd be absolutely hilarious.
And then you know what happens, bro? I break his jaw when I lose my rag and I go jail. This is what the justice system in all levels does to us in the developed world. Nothing we can do, sir. What did he do? Oh, well, my man can all be a known offender. Oh, nothing we can really do. I know he's a nuisance. Just ignore him. Brother, he lives next door. How am I supposed to fucking ignore him? And then I break his jaw and I go to jail.
If they called you Mr. Drifty, though, that'd be flipping crazy. Still, I can't lie. Let's do these player ratings. Allison.
I'll give him a 7.5.
Allison gets a 9 from me. Yeah, for me, he gets a 9. The saves he made today, I thought were excellent. Like the one from Emerson, the one where it takes a slight deflection, he actually holds on to it. Kicking and distribution seemed to be fine. Like he wasn't at fault for either of the goals.
No, he did. He was good, but I don't know if he was tested enough to get a 9.
Well, he saved us at the end.
Yeah, but a keeper has to make a save. And remember, he kind of made a save that was 30 seconds after a blunder.
The only semblance of a mistake he made in that game.
No, I know. But you see, for me, I think a goalie can only get an 8 and above if they're like getting peppered or there's like 2 or 3 absolutely outstanding moments that win you a match. If you're pretty much 70% of your game wasn't really doing anything apart from maybe the odd pass because the ball came back to you, it's not because you were rubbish. I just don't know if you earned a higher rating. That's all.
Okay, we're going between the two then. So what did you give him, a 7.5?
I gave him a 7.5.
We go down to an 8 then. Trent.
Oh boy. I don't know. I'm stumped, Cal. I don't know what I want to give Trent. Five.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to have a real conversation about Trent at the end of the season. Talent's
I don't think the issue is maybe people think it is, but I do think we got to try and figure out what going on.
Talent's not enough. That's what I was saying. Talent's not enough. Kwanzaa.
I'm about to be so harsh because I'm just not in the mood. I watched back the goal that equalised for West Ham, and I think Virgin Kwanzaa were actually quite strongly culpable for the last part where Antonio had the space to score the goal. And that goal cost us 3 points. So it is big. But outside of that, Kwanzaa was exceptional today. And I feel like I am being harsh, but they equalized because of it. I'm going to go 7.5.
My exact same. Virgil.
Same. 7.5.
I'm going 8 for Virgil only because I need to watch the goal back. Do you know, I'll stick with 7.
He was almost more remote than Kwanzaa, you know, because even though Kwanzaa's the one Antonio ran off of, Kwanzaa went centrally because Virgil was out wide, and it was like there was a midfielder and there was Robertson already there, and it was like, Virg, why are you all the way over there, bro? It was weird, bro. Like when you go and watch it back, you'd be like, what are you doing over there, Virg? It was weird, bro. It was weird. Go and watch it back. I can still hear you, but go and watch it back.
No, I will do. Robbo.
You go first, bro.
Say again.
You go first on this one because I don't know, bro. You go first.
Robbo scored. I think he started the game pretty poor, but then grew into it. I'm going to go an 8 for Robbo. I think he grew into the game.
I'm trying to think if that's generous.
Or maybe a 7. I'll go 7 actually for Robbo.
I'm going to go 6.5. I'm going to go 6.5.
Even with the goal?
I forgot he scored. My bad. 7. I forgot he scored. He was having a good game up until the point when he scored. Some of his brain farts came after he scored.
I think it's the other way around. I think he grew into the game after he scored.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Endo.
4.
Same. I hope people now will realize that we still need a DM.
Yeah. I mean, Besetic hopefully will come true, but yeah, we do.
McAllister.
He looks out on his feet, innit? He weren't good today, man. I'll go 4 for McAllister as well.
Oh, they're going 6 for McAllister. We'll set that up 5. Gravenberch.
I'm going to go 7. I thought Gravenberch.
I'm going to go 7.5 for Gravenberch.
Yeah, go on then. He was good today. He's one of the only players that I think really put in that effort. I wanted everyone else in the midfield to get up to play as well as Grav was playing. Do you know what? The people might have a point, bro. Maybe Grav deserves an 8. He was one of the only players who played good today, you know. And he didn't really have like a bit of a stain on his name the way like Virgil and Kwanzaa did by letting that last goal happen. Like, I don't really remember Gravenberch. Yeah, I think Grav deserves an 8, Carl. You're on mute, bro. You're on mute. Yeah, he should have done better with that chance. That is true.
Elliot.
6.5.
I'd have gone 6 for Elliot. Gakpo.
7.
I'd have gone 5 for Gakpo, to be honest.
Raw. I know he never scored, but I do think he had a good game. There were some things he done that was annoying, yeah. But I think he had a good game. But
we'll go in between.
Go down the middle, 6.5. I mean, technically, he scored when was the one that got the equaliser.
Yeah. Diaz.
8.
I think Diaz is a 9.
Yeah. The Diaz today, man.
For me, Diaz was a 9. I thought Diaz was brilliant today.
I think 9 might be a bit too high for anybody today, but I get where you're going in terms of like he was one of the only real shining lights in the game. Him and Gravenberch were probably like the shining light, and Kwanzaa before the mistake. Yeah, it's a bit of a mad one, isn't it?
I don't think he should have been subbed off.
No, although even though because of his quality, there was a point where we were like, look, Diaz looks fucking out on his feet. Do you remember that it was around like the hour mark and we were like, right, Diaz looks knackered.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? Even if you're playing the best, if you've got no energy, maybe, you know, do you get what I mean? Like, I think that might have been what it was, maybe. But, yeah. Do you know what? Big up Hugo. I think this is something that people do need to start paying a little bit more attention to when they're judging Diaz. Yes, we want Diaz's GA to be higher because naturally he's a forward for Liverpool. But Hugo's making such a good point here. A lot of people don't take into account that what he's doing with his skill, his movement, his ball carrying, other people are meant to exploit the space that's then opened up by that. And they don't. And that's the frustration. They don't utilize. Like when he drags like 2 or 3 players out wide, Cal, yeah? What's everyone else doing now? Because they can't all be marked. There were times during that game when there was 2 or 3 players around Diaz all at once. So where's everyone else? Why is no one else in space to receive a ball in a dangerous position? Because as soon as Diaz passes that ball back to the left back after dragging 2 or 3 players with him, there should be space opened up. They go boom, boom, and then someone's in. But we don't, either the players aren't good enough or we don't utilize that.
So here's the thing. I do agree with Hugo's statement to an extent. And obviously Diaz doesn't get as much chances in front of goal as the others. But he's the chances he does get, he's missing. And the assist rate is really low for a creative winger.
But you know what? Eden Hazard never used to have high creativity, high stats. But it was so obvious what he was doing was affecting the game. Obviously, Diaz isn't doing it to that level. But what he does affect games. It doesn't have to go down as an assist to notice he's doing his part, so to speak.
But like today, for example, I gave him a 9, but that's without a goal and an assist. But the first thing I saw in the comments was he has to score a goal to get a 9. Like, so we kind of have to pick and choose how we want it. I don't rely on goals and assists to dictate someone's performance. I think someone could score a hat-trick and still have a crap game.
Oh, I don't know about a hat-trick and have a crap game.
I've seen Haaland have very below average games, but walk off with 3 goals because he scored tap-ins.
I mean, yeah, if it's 3 literal tap-ins, then yeah, I guess so. But
You can score goals and still have a rubbish game, bro. I think people need to get this narrative that because you score a goal automatically thinks you have a good game. Do you know, FPL MK. Nicholas Jackson scored a hat-trick against Spurs earlier on in the season, and he was terrible that day.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I don't think that somebody could score a hat-trick and get a 5.
No, they wouldn't by law of us building up.
Like 5, like you can't score a hat-trick and get like a 5 and be called average for that day. You know what I mean? Like I'd find that a bit wild. But yeah, you can score goals without having a great game.
Gomez subs.
6. I'll give him a 6. I was all right when he came on.
Salah.
I'll let you go first, though.
I haven't really want to speak about Salah because I'm just kind of sick of it. If I'm just going to judge him on his actual performance on the pitch, I actually would give him a 7. But I know it's not going to be that. He came on
a 7. What do you think he did to?
Well, he created a chance that almost resulted in Nunes getting on the end of it or an own goal. He picked up the ball, counter-attacked, and ran.
Oh yeah, which the referee gave a goal kick for, Cal.
Yeah,
the referee
ran down the pitch. The pass at the end wasn't great, but he got away from 2 players and got us up the pitch. If I'm not mistaken, he wasn't on for that long. He was involved with us almost creating another chance. Like, I know people aren't going to like it because of how he acted, but if you're just actually watching his performance and not taking into consideration what happened before he came on the pitch, he actually had a good cameo appearance.
I don't know if I'd say it was good.
This is why I didn't want to speak on it, because everyone's automatically just thinking, oh, what he did with Klopp. I mean,
no, that's not clouding my judgment at all. I'm just thinking about. I'm gonna go 6. He wasn't crap or anything. If people want to start throwing out like 3s and 4s, that's crazy. He wasn't crap. I think 7's a bit too generous though, bro, because the cross that he put in, that should have been a corner, is the only one that I'm thinking where I'm like, yeah, that was like brilliant play there. Like even after that really good run, the pass totally fucked the move. So it was almost like I think I even said at the time, he undone all the good work by the terrible way it ended. And then outside of that, he was a bit quiet. I'll go 6 for him today. I think 7 might be a bit too generous.
Fair enough. I know he's not everyone's flavor of the month at the moment, so I know it's not going to be objectively looked at, which I find annoying. But if we're sitting here saying that he was only 0.5 better than Elliot, then I fully disagree. Nunes.
4. Do you know what I also think is a misconception, Cal? When people say Salah and Nunes can't play together. Before Salah went to AFCON, them two played well together. And the only positives from Nunes last season was his link-up play with Salah. I think people have got selective memory. The team's just crap at the moment and everyone's out of form. Salah and Nunes can play together. They've proven it.
I'll keep my opinions to myself regarding Nunes. Klopp.
5.
Hold on 1 sec.
Hold on. Oh yeah. I don't even know how long SummerSlam was on for. How long was SummerSlam on for? Can someone quickly just say how long SummerSlam was on for to know whether he was on long enough to be rated? Because if he played less than 10 minutes, then I don't necessarily think it would be fair to rate him. Oh, Vlad is saying he was on for 6 minutes. About 5-6 minutes. No, I don't think that's long enough to rate him, guys.
He was on for 6 minutes too long. Came on, gave away a foul. That's all I remember.
Yeah, but I think anything around that amount of time is really short. That's a really short amount of time. I don't know.
Yeah,
his rating wouldn't be good anyway, so there's no point. You know what? One thing I will do, the criticism.
What did you say for Klopp?
5. I give Klopp a 5. The criticism for SummerSlam is warranted. The abuse is too far. So for the people that are like proper like F this guy, shit, get rid of it. I think you've gone too far. The criticism of his performances though are absolutely warranted. So let's not abuse him. And he definitely gets one more season. At least one more season. Do you know what I mean? Like new manager, new formation could unleash a whole new SummerSlam.
Hope so. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep the same energy though. So Buzlai has a bad season next season, then I want him sold. 2 years.
I really hope that rumor about him and his girl isn't true, man.
It's 2 years from now on. Players have got to kick. They've got to hit the ground running within 2 years. So Buzlai has a bad season next season. He's got to go.
Yeah. Oh, if he's bad for the whole season, yeah,
he's got to go. All right. Liam says the argument will overshadow the PGMOL corruption. Yeah, agreed. Alex says today Klopp showed weakness on so many levels. No matter who the player is, no one can act like that. He should have told him to go back on the bench. He leaves a big problem for Slot. Needs firm hands now.
Do you know what? If Slot is not controlling, but like if he's as ruthless as what the rumors are about him, because there are a lot of rumors that he is a very ruthless manager when it comes to like discipline and stuff like that. I think he gets rid of Salah. You know, one of them scenarios where you think to yourself, this is a problem I just don't want.
Can I ask a question though? Has there ever been any rumors or murmurings or anything that suggests Salah has been bad behind the scenes? Ever?
No.
So where's this all coming from?
No, the problem of what you do with him now is on the decline, and where you play him and how you fit him in. I think a new manager who's got some balls about him will be like, I don't want this dilemma. Because it starts to get to the point where like you start realizing because of his legacy, you have to play him, but you don't want to play him. So it starts to become a hindrance. Do you see what I mean, Cal? You know, a little bit like without the ego part, a little bit like what the problem was of Ronaldo at Man United. Like, what do we do with this guy now? He's clearly not good enough to play, but like he's Ronaldo. How can I have him on the bench? And you know, rare. Like Mo will start to become that. He's such a big figurehead at the club. It'll be like, oh, Mo's been on the bench for 7 weeks in a row. It'll start to become the talking point. It will start to be a conversation that's a distraction from. Do you get what I mean? So he might just be like, I don't need this, you know. Like, let's just sell him. And you can understand if you're trying to settle into a new job or you're taking over from a legend like Klopp, you probably don't want the Salah dilemma on your plate as well. So, I don't think it's an attitude problem. Salah's never had like attitude problem, not from what I can remember anyway.
Sam Max says PJMOL run by corrupt, however, not much more to say. Yeah, facts. BC says to those who are against Salah, how do you replace his GA next season? Our first pick back four only played something like 5 times together. Be respectful to Kopish. It's a question for everyone, actually, to be fair. How do we replace Salah's GA?
Yeah, I think he's got 30 something, right? Which is mad impressive considering he's been asked for so long.
Because remember, you're not just removing his 30 GA. If you're removing his 30 GA, you also have to remove the assists. So you have to, so the amount of assists you have to remove that amount of goals as well as the goals he scored.
Although what I will say, as a caveat, just paying attention to what actually happened this season, we played well during his absence. So maybe it's not as doom and gloom as people think it is in that regard.
That was a very small sample size. And I also remember us also playing Arsenal in that sample, and we came away from the game saying we missed Salah today.
Yeah, but I still think we did play well without him. He was missing for a while. I do think we played well without him. That's not to say we don't need him. I'm just saying maybe it's not as big of a panic as maybe we thought it was, based on we got a pretty big size of evidence. Like he was missing for about 6 or 7 weeks, and we played quite a lot of games during that time. So I don't think it's as big of a worry as maybe we would have thought it was, or as it would have been a few years ago. But at the same time, yeah, like the funny thing is, Carl, once we lost Mane, I realized it just is what it is. And I know some people are still like, we've never replaced Mane because Diaz doesn't score as many goals, Nunes doesn't score as many goals, but we had to move on, right? It was life. It's just the obvious thing now that we got to deal with Salah. Unfortunately,
Mane wanted to leave though.
No, but I'm talking about the effect on the squad, regardless of the reason. The effect on the squad was big, and it's easy for people to see. And it will be big when Salah goes because it's Salah. But it's just
I'll tell you why the
now.
Mane one was big. And again, it's going to sound like I'm just hating. It's because Nunes was the replacement, and Nunes hasn't fulfilled the potential.
Well, Nunes and Diaz, because they effectively played the 2 positions Mane played.
No, but if you're looking at replacing Mane's numbers, that's why we went for a Nunes. As we've all said, Diaz is more of a creative winger than a goal-scoring winger. So if we're going to replace Mane's numbers, that's why you bring it. Because effectively, if you're going to break it down, Diaz would have replaced Bobby's creativity, whereas Nunes would have replaced Mane's goals.
Possibly.
And simply put, Diaz hasn't replaced Bobby's creativity, and Nunes hasn't replaced Mane's goals. So it's all, for me, it's about how you replace the players. It's all about how you replace these players, and as of right now, we're not doing great at replacing these players who are leaving.
The funny thing is, when people say Mane was done, it was right for him to leave, he nearly won Ballon d'Or that season. And if you believe that maybe left wing wasn't quite his thing anymore, then that's fair enough. You do lose your pace and agility, which, you know, naturally you do need to get past fullbacks. So it probably is true that maybe it wasn't best in playing left wing anymore. But the man went into the middle, started to score goals that almost won us a quadruple. And if he'd have won the Champions League, on top of the fact he just won AFCON, I believe he would have got the Ballon d'Or. No, I do. I truly believe that he would have won the Ballon d'Or that year. So it's a bit mad to say Mane was done when he left in the season. Like, don't do the hindsight because it didn't work out at Bayern and now he's in Saudi. He wasn't done before he left Liverpool. Like,
no, I agree. So there's an argument to say that was his last hurrah, though, based on what we've seen since then. He wasn't done when he left us, but you could say that was his last hurrah, given hindsight.
I know, but then you also look at the fact that what happened at Bayern Munich, they're a bit all over the place and little bits here and there or whatever. Because remember, they had their own problems.
I know, but
Nagelsmann left.
Kane's gone over there and done a madness in a season where they've probably been even worse.
No, but this season they've got their hierarchy structure okay, and they're not as. Remember, they were really all over the place last season. Like Nagelsmann ended up being sacked.
But Mane was really poor at Bayern. Like he was missing chances.
Yeah, I'm not even saying he was great. I'm just saying going to a new team and the team's having a bit of turbulence. Because remember, they weren't supposed to win the league last season. Either Dortmund shit the bed.
Yeah,
Dortmund should have won
but they were close. They're not even close this season.
Yeah, Bayern did win it in the end because of Dortmund dropping it. So yeah, they were close because they.
No, I'm saying it was close throughout. So even if they had lost it, they'd have lost it like maybe on goal or something like that, or a couple of points here or there.
Plus, a lot of people are forgetting as well that he tore his ACL, if I'm not mistaken, and was out for like 4 months or 5 months or something like that. He missed a large portion of the season with a bad knee injury.
It wasn't his ACL. Wouldn't have been his ACL.
I remember they did a documentary on his recovery because of how long he was out. He was out. I do remember him
getting injury. It definitely wasn't ACL. He'd been out for.
I'll have to go. He was injured for a very long time last season.
Aquil says, keep that same energy, support the Gunners FC. No, I'm not supporting either Arsenal or City. The Red Guy 8 says, title long done, okay with draws, now maintain top 4. I don't get why we don't win. I don't get why we don't win our last 3 games.
I knew he was a bad one. He did his MCL. I knew he had a bad injury.
The answer says, how long are we going to keep doing this? How many times are we going to witness blatant corruption? I've supported LFC since 1989. Can't take this serious anymore. Prem can go where the sun don't shine. I'm out. I hear the frustration. That's how I feel.
I hear the frustration totally.
Planner Boy says, slot find Buvac body first day in Klopp's office. Lip Vibes, replace it by playing differently. I was going to say that. I was going to say you replace Salah's GA by playing a different system and bringing in players who can adapt to that system. You look at Arsenal this season, I don't think Arsenal have got any players in the top 5 goal scorers in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that before I go on record and say that. By the top of the league, you can spread goals around the team. No, I'm spot on. Cole Palmer, Erling Haaland are both on 20 goals. Ollie Watkins on 19. Solanke on 18. Salah 17. Isak, I think maybe now on 18. I think he scored today. Foden 16. Bowen 16. Son 15. Saka's number 10 on 14. But
they spread the goals around the team way more.
That's my point. So Arsenal have scored.
But then doesn't that mean that you can't necessarily run that rhetoric? You have to have a number 9 to win the league then, because Arsenal's about to win the league without a number 9.
Yeah, but I don't think they win on a regular basis without a number 9 or a killer forward. I don't think they win it on Isak scored twice today, as per usual. But yeah, I don't think they win it on a regular basis. I think you can do it now and again, but not on a regular basis. So yeah, I think that's how you do it. So yeah, we'll see. Slot's got a job on his hands, and the players have got to really buck up their ideas as well.
And you got to rate him for having the cojones to take the job still.
Yeah. Anything you want to say to people before we take them out?
It's bun Liverpool every day. They've done this to us.
No,
whatever the reason may be. It's bun Liverpool right now, bro.
Not for me. It's not. That's for yourself.
Bun Liverpool right now. I've even gone a stretch of time about talking to my own brother. If you need to be held accountable, you need to be held accountable, bro. It's bun Liverpool right now, bro.
Yeah, for me, I love Liverpool. I just need you guys to do better.
Oh, the love's always there, bro. The love is always there, bro. But you can't mistake love with like delusion, and they don't deserve for me to say nice things about them at the moment.
And just don't say anything at all.
That's fair. That's fair. But ban them anyway.
Dudes, we'll be back on Monday, probably the earliest now, unless there's any breaking news between now and Monday. We'll be back. If you do want to get your views reviewing, guys, then please send it to teamkopish@gmail.com. That is teamkopish@gmail.com. Please film it in landscape and try and keep it to around 90 seconds. Unfortunately, it seems as though the title race is fully over now.
It was over already, Cal. We just got the confirmation today.
Let's just remain in the top four, and let's finish third. And please, let's try and win these last 3 games and just end the season with some respect and get as many points on the board as possible. This is Liverpool, and we try and win every single game, man. So let's go from there. People, thank you all for watching and listening. We'll be back on Monday. Enjoy your Sunday. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish out, people.
That's care. Not possible, Cal, by the way.
I'm just trying to be nice, bro.
Do you know what's going to be even worse about Sunday? Watching Arsenal spank Tottenham. That's going to make Sunday even worse, bro.
I'm not watching football tomorrow, so I'm working, so I'm out of it.
Unfortunately, I think I might be doing a watch along for that one. I might reconsider after today, but we'll see. Keep an eye out on the channel, guys. I'll do an announcement on Drifty TV whether I am going to go ahead or not and do the watch along for the game. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people have made a very good point. Once Arsenal do beat Tottenham tomorrow, top 4 is official, because apparently it would mean Tottenham won't be able to get enough points to catch us if they lose tomorrow. That's what I've seen some people say. I need to go and do the full maths on that, but apparently losing tomorrow means mathematically it'll be almost impossible for them to catch us. So we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah. People, big up. Until we see you next time, take it easy, everyone.
Peace.